Here's the PC that is set up here in the conference room, which feeds a projector on the ceiling. So in order to get a screen capture system implemented in here, I'm using a Decimator MD-HX. Here we have the HDMI coming directly from the back of the PC and going into the Decimator, and then we have two outputs from the Decimator, HDMI output going into this HDMI switcher, which was part of the original system here. Previously, the HDMI output of the PC was going directly into the back of this switcher and then feeding out to the projector. But now I've put this Decimator in line so that I can capture and distribute the image coming from the PC, the desktop. So again, we've got it feeding into the switcher so it can be routed, but also I've got it going SDI out into this Atomos Shogun recorder. So you can see the desktop there on the screen, and you can actually see my voice picking up on the VU meters here. If we look at the Decimator screen, we can see that HDMI coming in is 1080p 30, and then we've got the scaler set to 1080p 60. That's what the projector likes, so that's why we're scaling the HDMI output to go to the projector, giving it what it wants. But we're sending 1080p 30 out via SDI to the recorder. As you can see on the Shogun recorder, we have 1080p 30 coming in. I didn't want to record 1080p 60 on here because that would be a waste of bandwidth, really. As far as the file size, it would double, and we've recorded well over 10 hours of content on this single hard drive we have on the back here. As you can see, we've got one of the new combined Atomos G-Tech solid-state drives, and if we pull that out, we can see that that is a 512 gigabyte. So again, that gave us well over 10 hours of record time in ProRes LT 1080p 30. In order to mount this monitor, I used one of these Manfrotto Magic Arms. These things are just super handy. So you can see that I used a Manfrotto super clamp up here. The stud on the Magic Arm just goes right into the super clamp, and then you can position this arm any way that you want it and just tighten it down with this knob and it locks in place. It's very sturdy. As you can see, I'm tugging on it, and I can move it a little bit, but it's solid. It'll hold quite a bit of weight. It also comes with this bracket, which can be used to hold a camera or, as you can see, an Atomos Shogun. Down here I've got a Mathellini clamp on this pole, and its sole purpose is to hold up these headphones. So I wanted to make this system as foolproof as possible, so I've got headphones attached. It's easy to play back a clip that you've just done a test run with and hear the audio, make sure that's all coming through. Again, the VU meters on the screen make it really easy to see that you've got audio coming in. Check, 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 1, 2, 3. Check, 1, 2. As far as audio recording, I knew that the subject was going to be seated here at this end of the table in this position, operating the keyboard and the mouse. What I've done is I've attached a couple of different microphones here overhead. So we have here the Rode NTG2. It's a shotgun microphone, and that's designed to just aim right down at the subject's mouth and pick up their audio really well. And again, this is meant to be easy to use. I didn't want anything that would have to clip on or attach to the subject here. I just wanted them to be able to sit down, do their thing on the computer, record the screen, pick up their audio, and then there's the potential of having a couple other people here in the room, so I mounted this microphone, which is the Rode NT2-A. It has multiple pickup patterns that you can put it on. I just put it on Omni, and so that's meant to pick up anybody else at the table here. This is quite a heavy microphone, and I didn't want to hang it from the XLR cable alone. I think it would have been fine, but we also have a glass table in here, and in my mind's eye I was visualizing this thing falling and hitting the glass table and the whole thing shattering, and I didn't want that to happen. So I found this cable back in the studio and cinched it down right here and ran it up here, strapped it to this overhead pipe. And so that's very secure at this point. I could probably swing on that thing, it'd be okay. We've got another Manfrotto super clamp up here holding this Manfrotto flex arm, which is what the mic is attached to. So it's again, the super clamps are just, well, they're super. That's all there is to say. So with the two separate microphones, I've got two separate XLR cables running overhead here. I wanted this to be really simple. I didn't want to have to install an audio mixer or anything, so I've just got one going in the left channel and the other going in the right channel, and they're both being recorded to the Shogun. Simple and effective, got the job done, made my manager Chris very happy. Once this system is set up, operation consists only of powering on the Shogun and then hitting record. As you can see, there's a red outline around the image, which makes it easy to see from a distance that it is recording. There's quite a bit of HVAC noise going on. This is kind of an industrial style room here. We've got pipes, plumbing, we've got HVAC. There's always some noise going on. So that's just a given. It's just a functional thing. Just capture the screen, capture some solid audio of the person operating the computer, and this accomplished that really well.